Hello everybody, Matthew Lepart back here again with another video. Today is March 1st, 2025, and last Wednesday we had a get-together at the church where we had asked the pastor and we had everybody bring different food and stuff like that. And some of the people brought dessert, some of the people brought cornbread, and then the pastors made all the chili and stuff like that, and we had a nice little feed. And so I was going to make some boxed cornbread mix because I'm not a big cornbread fan, but my wife is. And so we always have cornbread mix in the pantry. Well, I went to make it that Wednesday afternoon, and doggone it, there was not any cornbread in the pantry. So I didn't feel like going into the store. I knew we had all this stuff, so I made my own. I made this homemade cornbread, and I made a double batch. I put it in a 13 by 9 glass baking dish, and man, it was a hit. Everybody loved it. I came home with 2 little pieces left. And so I decided I'm going to go ahead and do a video on this. And so here I am on this Saturday morning, and I'm going to do this video and make this cornbread. And it's a real easy recipe. And it's like I said, I'm not a cornbread fan. It's pretty dang good cornbread. So before we get started, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, will you? Hit that like button. Share this video. Let me know what you do differently. I'm going to, over the next months and whatever, I'm going to do some different things with it. But today I'm just going to do it as it was given to me. And we're just going to kind of roll with it. But like I say, I hit that subscribe button. If you're a subscriber of mine, I appreciate you tuning back in. If you're brand new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. Also, do me a favor. Let me know what part of the country or the world you're watching this from. It's always cool to see the impact that I have and how people are watching this from literally all over the world. So let me turn this camera around, get some things ready, and let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, I'm back here. I've got my KitchenAid stand mixer set up here. You can do this with a whisk. I have this stand mixer. I'm just going to use it. That's my thought. Okay, we're going to start with 1 cup AP flour. Then we're going to go 1 cup yellow cornmeal. Fine, you want that fine cornmeal. The flour, you want AP flour. You don't want anything you don't want a self-rising flour. You just want just a standard AP flour. 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. And then we got a teaspoon of salt. And we got a 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Get all that stuff brushed down in there. And then I'm going to mix this, get it mixed thoroughly. And then we'll form a little cavity in the middle to put all the wet ingredients in, and then we'll mix it up. Pretty simple. I've got my oven preheating right now as we speak, preheating to 400 degrees. And I like this little deal here. Uh-oh, knocked my thing off. I like this little thing I just got. I forget what they call it. This little deal. But sometimes it gets in the way of bringing this thing out. Just take a spatula, just kind of form a hole in the middle there. And then I've got 1 egg. I've got a 1 cup of milk. Now I put this in the microwave and warmed up a little bit because I have melted butter here. I have a 1/3 cup of melted butter, and you can use a neutral oil, but I like butter. I put that melted butter. And the reason I warmed the milk up is I don't want the cold milk to go in there and instantly solidify that melted butter. So I warm the milk up. I don't get it hot, just get it warm. And I'm going to let that mix for a little bit. And while that's mixing, I'm going to take my 9-inch pan, paper towel with some butter, and you can use grease, you can spray it with a cooking spray. As you can tell, I like butter. Butter is kind of like bacon. Everything better with bacon, everything better with butter. So I like butter, and that's my choice. Get that out of the way. Once this mixes for a little bit, take my spatula just to make sure you don't have anything hanging on the sides. Everything looks good. Get this thing out of the way. this thing out of the way. I'm going to dump this into this pan that I just coated in butter. Get everything out of here with a spatula. Get all this goodness. Yeah, for me to say I like a cornbread recipe, that's got to say something, because like I say, I'm just not a big cornbread fan. So my oven's not quite heated up yet, but this is ready to go. That'll go in the oven, and that will cook at 400 for roughly 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. But as soon as that gets done, I'll stick it in there, and then we'll just wait for it to get done. Okay, my timer went off. Let me pull this thing out here. It's looking good on the top. Now, how do we check for doneness? We have this high-tech kitchen utensil, a toothpick. Put that thing down through there. It comes out clean and dry. So we, my friend, are done. Shut the oven off. We'll let this thing cool, and then we'll give it a test drive. Okay, this cornbread is all cooled off. Put a slice into it here. Do some little like pie cuts, I guess. Yeah, it's about the only way to cut a round one. But we're going to give this a whirl here. I didn't cut that very well, but oh well. My first cut wasn't even near halfway. Well, that's okay, I suppose. All right, there's the inside of that. It's nice and well done. Let me go ahead and reset the camera, and we'll finish this off. Okay, guys, got this piece of cornbread right here. You know, it's nice, it's moist, it's not dry. The other night when I made it, I just had it with some chili on it and didn't have it just by itself. Everybody kept telling me how it wasn't dry. It was nice and moist, and it is. It's very moist. That's a nice cornbread. So I'm going to put all the recipe in the description below. Let me know what you changed about this. I'm going to do some different variations on this thing over the next few weeks and months. I'm going to add some cheese on the top. Just do some different things. But this first time, I wanted to make it just like it was shown to me. Amazing cornbread. For a guy that doesn't even like cornbread, this is pretty doggone good. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button, will you? Hit that like button. Share this video. I'm ever so close to 1,000 subscribers right now. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all subscribing and sharing these videos. Look forward to the next time we can get together. And until next time, may God bless you and have a great day.